Welcome to my channel. My name is Ashley and I love makeup. I focus on indie and affordable brands. So if that's what you're into, keep watching. Alright you guys, so the lips are already done. This is the Ioni Plumping Gloss Stick in the shade Sorbet. Dollar Tree product here. Can you see that? Probably not because I'm awkward and weird, but it's like a heart-shaped product. Does that make sense? I hope so, but it's really cute. It definitely has that burning plumping sensation, which I don't think I've noticed until today, and I've worn this a couple different times, but anyway. So today we're gonna lots of talking. The universe has done me dirty. So dirty. So dirty. It's been a week, you guys. It's been a week. It started on Monday. So let's some of you kind of know what happened, but I'm going to tell like the full story. And we're going to do a look with the Blend Bunny plastic palette. I've had this for a minute. It just got stuck at the bottom. But I mean, she's beautiful. She is freaking gorgeous. So let's do a look. Well, probably do the same look on both eyes just because I'm tired. It's been a week. There's been a lot of bullshit. So, also I'm really, really thirsty. So, okay. So, let's just, what am I doing? I'm so out of my sorts, you guys. So, let's start with the shade Rumor Has It right here. So, Monday morning, right? I go to work. That's what I do. Or I tried. I didn't make it. I'm driving, I'm getting on the on-ramp to the interstate, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, there is a jolt. Like, my vehicle jolts. I don't know how else to describe it. Okay? Then, my check engine light comes on, and then my vehicle won't accelerate. So then I have to pull over, right? And then there's a message that says, service, transmission, something about park so the vehicle doesn't roll or something, right? So I'm like, this isn't real. Like, this is a dream. This is a nightmare. I'm gonna wake up. Like, I just need to shut the vehicle down. Then it'll come back up and I'll be good. And then the P is flashing because it doesn't understand that it's in park, but it is in park. And I mean, I am just panicking. I'm panicking. Because, you know, car payment. Can't do it. This vehicle, like I had in my head, I'm like, if my Jeep, it did have a lot of miles on it, but I'm like, if it can just get me through the end of the year, I'll be able to save up money. Things will be okay, because with Indy, like, we're gonna go into the shade Nip Tuck and just blend it out. Because like with Indy and with her tummy issues, like all my money goes to her and trying to buy her food and whatever she needs, right? So I'm straight up in panic mode. I am trying to shut the vehicle down. It won't shut down. I am probably sticking out a little bit in the road, but like I'm as far off as I can get, you know. And the vehicle will not shut off. It will not move. I realize in this moment that I am absolutely effed with a capital F. So I'm like, oh my God, like I need help. So I'm like, I know I can't call my husband because his phone is off. He refuses, like, he will not turn it on, so I can never get a hold of him. We're gonna go with that shade Nip Tuck and just put it on the lower lash line. So I'm like, I have to call for a tow. Shout out Indy. She obviously has lots of thoughts right now. So I have to call for a tow, and so I call for a tow. The guy's like, yeah, we should be there 25, 30 minutes, whatever. Okay, cool. Then I'm like, I have to call my boss because clearly I have no way to make it to work. So call my boss, and he doesn't answer, so I leave him a voicemail. And then I think like And so then I'm like, okay, I'm going to try my husband just for shits and gigs. I'm going to try him. He doesn't answer. Of course, I knew he wouldn't. And so I call my mom because I'm like, this isn't good. I am going to need to find some way to like get a rental or get another vehicle or something. Like my brain is just going and I'm panicking and I'm freaking out. So I call her and she's like, well, you know, she called tow truck, whatever. I'm like, yeah. And she's like, well, you know, and I'm like telling my brother what happened. He's like, yeah. He's like, I don't know. And I'm like, I don't either. Like it was literally fine. And then it wasn't. So anyway, the tow truck guy gets there. Shout out to all the tow truck drivers out there. Like y'all are the MFN MVPs. Like for real, y'all are amazing. Like he was so awesome. So cool. And yeah, he gets in my Jeep and I can hear the engine revving. Like he's trying to get it to go, but it won't go. Like it will not move. And I'm like, oh, this isn't good. So he puts the hook on it and like rolls it up on the tow truck. And so I take it to my mechanic, but like he doesn't get until 9, but thank goodness we get there. And there was somebody there, that works for him, and I'm like trying to explain to him what's going on. He's like, I don't really know, but we will tell him when we get to it, whatever. So yeah, the tow truck driver is nice enough to take me home because it was like pouring down rain and disgusting. So I get home and then, I don't know, I talked to my boss like a couple times and he's like, you know, don't worry about coming in, whatever. And then like the other thing was like when like I texted him because like I didn't hear back from him, and he's like, you know, one of the first things he said was like, are you safe? Like, are you okay? Which like that would not have happened with my old boss. So but yeah, but he's cool. He's like, we don't really, you know, nothing like pressing, like whatever, you know, it's fine. Don't even worry about trying to like come in, whatever. So then my mechanic calls and he's like, yeah, it's your transmission. And he's like, I have some names for some people who like might fix it, but he's like, it's gonna be really expensive. And I asked him about the Walmart incident. Could that have anything to do with it? And he's like, no, you know, this is just when you have a vehicle that has a lot of miles, like this is just what happens. So at that point I'm like, okay, can I keep it at your lot just for, you know, a couple, he's like, yeah, for a couple days, that's fine. He's like, maybe not like a week, but a couple days, yeah, you're fine. It's okay. And so, and I was even like, okay. And then when I come to get it towed to get, you know, I'm like, I'll, you know, can I just, you know, pay you then? And he's like, don't even worry about it. He's like, I'm not even going to charge you. He's like, it literally took me like less than 15 minutes to figure out what was going on. I'm like, oh my God, thank you. So like that alone just saved me $50. Plus letting me keep it there a couple of days saved me like another $100-something in a tow. I'm like, oh my God, thank you so much. So by this point I am like, I call my mom and I'm crying and I'm freaking out and I'm like, it's my transmission. Like, I don't know what to do. And so I don't know, like she kind of found some like smaller, cause I love Jeeps. I'm a Jeep girl. Like, so found some smaller Jeeps that were much more affordable. Like they're tiny. It's mini Jeep. But so I'm like, okay. And I hated it. Like I didn't want, like, I loved my Jeep so much. There's like literally, I didn't want anything else. I just wanted my Jeep, but like obviously. So, we end up like, I don't know, my husband woke up. I was like freaking crying hysterically. I was a fucking wreck. He's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, my fucking transmission. He's like, when? I'm like, this morning. Like, I tried to call you, but you know. And so, like, he wanted me to go clean most of the stuff out. And so then, like, my brother came to get me to, like, take me to look at vehicles. So I was, like, looking at, like, a new one. Just because I like the cheapest that they had. Like, cheapest. Because I needed something still with a warranty because I don't have money to pay for repairs and everything. And then the guy that I spoke to was like, well, you know, we have this blah, 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 blah that's used, but it's only got like, he said 16, it had 17,000 miles on it, but whatever, you know, and he's like, and it's a better like model. So you're getting more money for your, you know, more bang for your buck and whatever. So went and test drove them. And at first he's like, I can only give you $500 for your Jeep. And I'm like, it's got like new tires on it. The tires alone are worth more than that. And he's like, well, you know, that's all cosmetic, that whatever. And we're getting to an important lesson here. I'm going to say ladies, but ladies and gentlemen, but mostly ladies. Because, you know, dealers like to F with us and try and screw us. And my brother even said that. My brother's like, well, our tires are worth more than that. And the guy's like, well, it's cosmetic. That doesn't really, tires don't really add value to the vehicle. And so I'm like, okay. So I test drove like a brand new one and the used one that he was talking about. And I like the used one more. I don't know. I just like the way it drove more. And it was like $6,000 cheaper. So I like that too. We are all about saving as much money as possible. So we're like talking numbers and stuff. And he's like, yeah, I really can't give you any more for your Jeep. And I'm like, so my brother's like, well, call and see what it costs to get the transmission fixed. And I called like one place to like, cause it's an 8-speed, we don't do it, whatever. Found one that said that they would, but they're like, well, we'll have to give you a call back. Hopefully it'll be today, might be tomorrow. I'm like, okay. And then, so we just kind of left it at, I was like, hey, I'll just get back to the dealer. I'll get back to you, whatever. So we're in the car, we're going to leave. My brother's like, well, I would just go tell him right now, if he gives you $2,500 for your Jeep, he's like, you'd take it and, you know, sign the papers and take this vehicle home tonight. And I'm like, well, he's like, well, I just try. So I jump out of his truck and I go to the guy and I'm like, hey, if you can give me this, like, we'll do it. He's like, well, my first thought is no, but let me go talk to my manager. So I just realized I need to start doing makeup, you guys. I'm so sorry. So he's like talking to his manager and I'm thinking, let's go with the shade. The hell, something just fell on my table and like nothing even touched the table. Anyway, let me focus. Let's go in, I don't know, the shade Plastic is just calling me. I know this is gonna be a basic B look, you guys. I'm so sorry, but so he comes out and he's like asking me all this stuff about my Jeep and like any like cosmetic damage or any whatever. And I'm like, well, you know, like I hit a deer, but like that was all replaced and they used like brand new part or fixed and they used brand new parts, not the aftermarket, whatever. And like, you know, I was like, there's a little ding in the passenger side door. And I was like, but I think that's it. So, spoiler alert, I forgot that my windshield was cracked because I was like, I'm going to drive it until the windshield shatters, because every time I get my windshield fixed, like I get another crack or whatever, and it was just getting way too expensive. So this one like had a big crack and a bunch of other ones, and I wasn't thinking about that because I was so focused on like everything else he was asking me. I wasn't even thinking about the windshield. And honestly, like I thought the windshield was gonna like shatter before the vehicle blew up, and I said I was gonna drive the vehicle till it blew up, which I did. And I don't know, but yeah, but anyway, so he's like, I don't know. So we go back and forth a little bit and he's like, okay. He's like, if you sign this, it's basically like, as long as the credit and stuff works out, like we have a deal. He's like, we could do it, but it's only good for like right now. I'm like, okay. And it was $2,000 for the vehicle. So it's like, well, I need to think about it. He's like, well, I gave you what you want. You have a vehicle that doesn't run. And he was kind of being kind of pissy with me. And I was like, well, first of all, I said $2,500 for the vehicle. And second of all, I don't do well when people try and pressure me into stuff. And he's like, I'm not trying to pressure you or whatever. And I was like, okay. I'm like, I should think about it for a second. And so I was like, yeah, I told my brother, I'm like, this is what they can do. We're gonna go with the shade Gossip for a lower inner corner highlight. And I was like, so this is what they can do, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, yeah, he's like, I mean, if you want the vehicle, you know, whatever, it's up to you. So I did end up agreeing to it. But the moral of the story there is, if they want to make a deal, they'll do it. Like, you know, because that's what my brother's like. They got cars all over this lot. They need to make a sale, you know, which is true. So don't let them be like, this is all that we can do, because they can do more. They like want you to think that and agree to it, but don't ever do that. Like, definitely go back and forth on it. Get what you want for your vehicle. Or if there's even like something else you want, like ask them, be like, hey, can you add this on or whatever? Because if, you know, if they really want to make a sale, they'll do it. And if they don't, go somewhere else, because there's car dealers everywhere. Like, don't get screwed on a deal. That's the important thing, because you're a woman and they're going to try and do that, and don't let them do it. So ended up getting the vehicle. It is much smaller, but I do like it. I'm getting used to it. It's definitely has more like electronic stuff on it, because like my old vehicle was 8 years old, so I'm getting used to that. Let me go do my eyeliner and mascara, and I'll be back and tell you the rest of the story, because we're not done yet. We are not done yet. It is quite the shit show, so I'll be back. All right, guys, so I'm back. I did the liner. I'm going to do the mascara just for the fact that there's like more stuff that I need to talk about. So I'm going to try and do it on film against my better judgment, so bear with me. Okay, so like we agreed to the deal and I'm like dealing with the finance guy and I noticed like the credit score that they gave me is like 50 points lower than what it is. Cause like the whole time like my Credit Karma is going off, like, you know, they're running me through all these different like loan places, whatever, cause that's what they do and that's fine. But I'm like, so the finance guy comes out to get me and he's like, oh, you know, he's like, hey, I'm ready for you. And I'm like, well, hey, like, I just noticed this is like different than what's on my Credit Karma. And he's like, oh yeah. He's like, I tell everybody take 50 points off Credit Karma because that's just an estimate. And that's what it was. Like, it came out to 50 points less. But I'm like, and I'm like, well, is that gonna make a difference? He's like, no, like, we got the best rate for you. It really doesn't. So I'm like, okay, so we sit down and like, I don't know. I always do the extended warranty because I drive a lot. I don't have a lot of money. Like, and if something goes wrong, like I don't have $6,000 to replace stuff, so, or more, like depending on what will go out. So I do always do that. I know some people say like they're not worth it, but I don't know. I'm the kind of person, like, I didn't used to be, but now like I drive these vehicles till they blow up. So I needed to get me as long as possible. I need as much covered as possible. So I do that. And then I do gap insurance because if you get in a wreck and, you know, vehicles depreciate so much, even though this one is used, it's still, that's just how it is. They screw you any way they can. And, yeah, you end up like, if you get in a wreck and your vehicle is only worth $25,000, and you still owe like 30,000 on it, then you have that 5,000 that you're screwed for and you have to, you know, like roll it into like another loan or whatever. And I don't really, that's just not really for me. Liquid assets are non-existent for me. So, and he's like trying to tell me all this other stuff. And then one of the things he's like, well, you know, we have this deal where you can get three oil changes with tire rotations. Cause you know, it was like almost $300. He's like, you know, it's like $140 for an oil change and like a tire rotation. I'm like, no, it's not. It's not. He's like, yeah, it's really, really expensive and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, no, it's not. Because he's like, well, I'm like, it was never that expensive for like my old Jeep. He's like, well, it's full synthetic. I'm like, my old Jeep used full synthetic oil. It's not. It's not. It's not. That is ridiculous. And he's like, well, you know, and we have this deal for the whatever, like ceramic coating for the inside of the vehicle and blah, 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 blah. If there's any scratches and it keeps the paint looking nice and da, 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 da. And I'm like, well, it's a Jeep, you know, it's supposed to be dirty. Like, I don't want to pay an extra $1,000-something to put stuff over it or like whatever. I'm like, no, like I don't need that. You know, this is, and he's like, well, you know, it's just a better deal because, you know, you'll get more for your trade-in, da, 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 da. And I'm like, I'm driving this until it blows up too, so no, like, don't even need to worry about that. Like, don't need it. But, like, they try so hard to, like, upsell you on all this stuff. And then he's like, well, and we have this, like, theft thing where it puts this, like, thing on the vehicle. And if it gets stolen, you know, then, you know, it's easier to track and to find and whatever. And I'm like, I said no to that too. I'm like, dude, I'm like, I've had some weird things happen to me, but, like, I've never had a vehicle stolen. Like, just don't need that, you know? Like, I don't. Like, I have insurance on my vehicle so that, like, if it does get stolen, whatever, you know, it's whatever, you know, like, I don't need all that. I mean, we've already, like, with the extended warranty, like, it's going to take it up a lot anyway, but yeah, it's like, I don't need that. So, okay, we settle on what I want, what I'm doing, and I'm good. So, the one thing is I forgot to bring the title with me, so I had to bring that the next day, and I needed to get my Jeep there because I offered them. I'm like, yeah, sure, you don't want to pay for this to do this? Because he's like, no, we don't have a, you know, no, we don't pay for it. You'll have to get it here. So I'm like, okay. So then, actually, I was sitting there waiting for the finance manager, my sales guy. He, like, gave me the one key to the Jeep, the new Jeep, and he's like, we usually only put half a tank of gas in, but I filled yours up all the way. Don't tell anybody. I'm like, dude, relax. And so, if you know, you know. So he's like, well, do you know when we can be expecting you tomorrow? I'm like, you know, I don't know. I'm like, be sometime in the morning. I need to go clean some other, you know, the rest of the stuff out of the old Jeep, and then I need to get it, you know, arranged for the tow, whatever. So I go to my mechanic and I clean out the rest of the stuff out of my old Jeep. And then I call for the tow truck, and the guy's like, yeah, there should be somebody there like within an hour. So then I go to the car dealer, which is like 20 minutes away. So I'm there, the sales guy's outside, and he's like, oh, so he's like, so I guess if you're here, you know, the Jeep Grand Cherokee will be making its appearance soon. I'm like, yeah, the tow truck driver, you know, should be, you know, there soon to get it, and, you know, they'll bring it here. Like, here's the one key, the tow truck driver will have the other key. And then I was like, I had the title, and I'm like, but I need to give this to so-and-so. He's like, yeah. So we go in, and so-and-so, the finance guy, is with somebody else. So he's like, I'll be in my office. I'll know once you're done. So the salesman is walking back to his office, and one of the guys in the front, I don't know if he's like a manager or whatever, he stops. He's like, hey, what about the Jeep? My old Jeep. And he's like, yeah, it's on the way, whatever. And he says something to him. So then the salesman comes up to me. He's like, oh, can I have the phone number for the tow company? Just, you know, I need to tell him where to park or whatever, or where to take it. I'm like, sure. So I give him the phone number, and I can hear him on the phone with them, right? And so I wait. And it just seemed like there's just a lot going on, like, about my Jeep, like, where is someone's going to be here, you know, whatever. So finally the finance guy's done. So I go in with my title, and he asked me, when is the Jeep going to be here? And at this point it was like 10 something. So I mean, it'd been almost an hour. So like the tow truck should be there hooking it up, whatever. So I'm like, I guess it'd be here about 11. I'm like, you know, the tow truck driver should be there soon to get it, you know, whatever. And I'm like, so-and-so talk to him to tell him where to park. Okay. And I'm like, and I gave him the one key, the tow truck driver will have the other key. So again, gone all over this about the Jeep. And so I signed the title, do what I, you know, whatever. And he's like, okay, you know, congratulations on your new vehicle, whatever. I'm like, yeah, thank you, you know, whatever, we're good. So I leave. And it's about 20 minutes from like there to where I live. So I am almost home, and my phone rings, and it's the car dealer. But I'm like driving, and I'm like, okay, I should get home. Like, I'll call him back. Well, then my phone rings again, and it's like a different number. And then I get a text, and it's the guy from the tow truck driver. And he's like, hey, you know, whatever, like, I'm here. And so I called him back right away. And he's like, okay. And he's like, I just want to verify your name and whatever. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, well, they're acting like they don't know anything about this. I'm like, well, that's weird, because they just made a big deal about it. I literally just left there. Like, they knew it was coming. I said it'd be there about 11, and it was like literally maybe 11:05. So I mean, he got there like right at 11. I was like, and they made a big deal about it, and they called you, or like your company, to like make sure you knew where to put it. Like, it was this whole big production. And he's like, yeah, he's like, they tried to tell my boss over the phone, but my boss is like, you know, just deal with my driver when he gets there. I'm like, okay. And I was like, well, I'm so sorry if they're like being a pain in the ass. And he's like, no. He's like, you're fine. He's like, I gave them your information. He's like, if they can't figure it out from there, like, that's on them. And I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, okay, so I'm assuming I don't need to talk to them, because it sounds like it was cleared up. So I don't call the dealer back, because I'm like, they should know what's going on. So I don't call them back. I just go about my day. Then the next day, so that's Wednesday, I'm driving into work, and my phone rings, and it's the dealer. I answer it, and the guy's like, hey, this so-and-so from the service department. What are we doing? What's the deal with this vehicle? I'm like, well, it's my understanding that the transmission's blown. And he's like, well, so are we doing a diagnostics on it or what? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, it's a trade-in. And he's like, what? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, y'all are keeping it. Like, I don't know what you're doing with it. He's like, huh. And I'm like, yeah. And I told him the whole story, how they made this big deal about it getting there. And so I named every person that knew about it. And he's like, well, I don't know why they didn't tell us in service. Like, they didn't say anything to us. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, so-and-so has the one key. Like, you should have the other key, because the tow truck driver brought it. And the finance manager knew about it. And this other guy who's sitting in the front, I'm assuming he's some kind of manager. He knew, like, literally everyone knew about it. And I'm like, and I'm just thinking, like, do they just think that it never got there? Because I mean, like, I literally told them when it was going to be there. They made a big deal about it. like, how, and I just told the guy, I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, I didn't call you back because they made such a big deal about it, and the total driver, and I figured they figured it out, or whatever. He's like, no, he's like, they didn't say anything to it, to us at all. And he's like, that's not your fault. He's like, they should have told us. I'm like, oh my God. So he's like, well, I'm gonna go find, and then my salesman, and he's like, I'm gonna talk to him, because he's like, he did not say anything to us about it. And I'm like, okay. So I don't know, like, have many questions, but I'm staying out of it. Like, I got my vehicle, they have my old vehicle. Hopefully I don't have any issues with the new vehicle. But yeah, I just, be careful when you're shopping for a vehicle. Speak up if there's something you want. If they won't do it, go somewhere else, because there's dealers everywhere and they need to make sales because this economy's crap. And also, like my new, I call it my baby Jeep. It's so little. But like, I filled up my gas tank yesterday. It was like just below half. It only cost me $29.71. In my old Jeep, that would have been about $70. So, definitely better gas mileage, which is nice. I literally, that alone, I think will save me like about $120 a month, if not more. So that's good. And yeah, so I'm excited about that, because definitely need to save as much money as possible. I'm like going unhinged when it comes to like saving money. I'm like trying to find every way that I can not spend money, save money, like my whole focus, because this whole, like, I grew up poor. I mean, I'm still poor, like I don't have shit, you know, but definitely like money is a very scary thing to me, because I know what it's like when you don't have it. And you know, I don't want to live like that the rest of my life. So saving money is like my number one thing. Like, saving money. I'm not going to spend money. I'm not going to, and like, as much as I love makeup, like I've done really good. Like, there are things that I want, like in the past I would have bought, but now I'm like, no. And now I'm like, hell to the no. Like, we are not spending money. We are saving money. Like, I am a broke bitch. Like, I need to save as much money as I possibly can. I want to be in a better place financially, and the only way to do that is to save money, you know? So that's what I'm working on. Yeah, like several months ago, my lips are feeling kind of dry. I just want to put a little bit more of this on. I'd been saying all this stuff about Dollar Tree and like how it's got the best stuff, and Dollar Tree product also. And so I went, and you guys, like, just some tips here. I need to do a video where I sit down and show you like the Dollar Tree skincare products I love. Skincare, don't spend 10, 15, 20 or more on a serum. Go to the Dollar Tree and get it for $1.25. Go to the Dollar Tree. Like, it is, the products are, they perform so well. You're gonna save yourself so much money. Like, don't overspend. Dollar Tree is where it's at. They even have like a bunch of like knockoff like hair stuff too, like hair masks. They have a knockoff, dupe, whatever you want to call it, a similar to. I like the Shea Moisture shampoo and conditioners. They have a like almost identical product there for the shampoo and conditioner that I use for like $3 or $3.25 a piece. Whereas the one shampoo alone and conditioner alone, they're like 10 or 11, 12 bucks a piece. So saving a lot of money there. Their hair masks are really good too. I've got some other blushes that I really liked. The lip products. Foundation, I am like pale as fuck, so I can't find like foundation pale enough for me, but I've heard really good things about their like bronzers. I mean, like, they just have really good stuff. So check out Dollar Tree. I also really like TJ Maxx for some bargain stuff, but you can get it cheaper at Dollar Tree, so just saying. But yeah, that's what I'm trying. I need to figure out the grocery thing. Like, I found that, especially like with inflation, like I can't really find a place that has like cheaper groceries. I usually do Walmart because it's kind of like a one-stop shop. I can just order things, pick them up. But I might be trying to do like shop Aldi, see if I can save any money there. I don't know. I'm just in my saving money thing, and I'm like, I don't need to go anywhere. And it's hot and gross, so I don't need to go anywhere anyway. So hopefully that'll help me save money because it's summer and I hate it. I just realized my fan's on, the ceiling fan, so hopefully that doesn't mess with the audio too much. I did 2 clicks. I thought 2 clicks would shut it down, but it didn't. I guess I needed 3, and I just noticed it, and I've been sitting here for like 30 minutes. My brain's still trash, but I'm working on saving money, you guys. So if you have like any good like money saving tips or whatever, let me know, because I'm going unhinged. Like, I am going to save as much money as possible. I need to start investing. I have no retirement, no nothing, because I've never had that before. I don't know when I would be eligible for it for my new employer, but yeah, I need to figure that out. Like, I need to open a Roth IRA or something. I need something because I'm old and like, I don't want to die working. Like, I really don't. I want to be able to enjoy my life, you know? So yeah, I guess that's enough rambling. I'm sorry, you guys. But seriously, any money saving tips or anything crazy that like you help motivate you, whatever, to save money, like let me know. I would love to hear about it. And again, this is the Blend Bunny Cosmetics plastic palette. She is gorgeous and beautiful. I need to do a final look as well. Sorry, you guys. I'm just all over the place today. But yeah, let's do a final look-see. I just want to like, this is pretty. I do like it. And you guys, this was like, I think $8 on the TikTok shop. So check there if you're interested in this palette. See if they still have it in stock and if it's still $8, because that's a fucking steal. This is an amazing palette. All right, you guys. So thank you for listening to my rambling and the disaster that is my life. I appreciate you. I keep forgetting, like, early in the beginning, I want to be like, if you're still watching, subscribe or comment down below. Because I know, like, I don't get many views on my videos, period. Like, I don't even know why I'm still, I enjoy doing this. That's why I'm still doing it. But, yeah, my channel just, like, I went through a lot of stuff last year, a lot of bad stuff, and I didn't post for a while. And so YouTube just, I'm nothing to them. But yeah, you guys, and I want to start doing lives again. I really do. I need to start doing something. I need to do something with my life. I need something to look forward to. And I really miss getting to talk to all of you and doing lives, because those were fun. And I think everybody enjoyed them. And I don't know. I just feel like, I know I need some more goodness in my life. I think we all could use that. I'm not saying this is necessarily like me or anything I do, but I just think that it was something fun that we all enjoyed. And yeah, so maybe we'll be doing that again soon. Yeah, you guys, remember, you are beautiful, loved, and amazing. Have a wonderful day, night, morning, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are, and I'll see you on the next one.